So far we've learned how to solve equations, write equations, solve inequalities, graph inequalities. Now we're going to learn how to write inequalities. So you should know how to solve them, write them, and graph them. Okay? All right. These are the symbols you need to know, which we've already learned. This is less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. But you have to know which sign to use in a real life situation. So I've given you some examples right here. So let's look at the first one. If the temperature T is below 40 degrees, we practice inside. How would you write that? If the temperature is less than 40, because below 40 means less than. Let's look at this one. Students can work for no more than. If I say no and then more than is greater, right? But the no changes it to less than. If I say no more than, I'm actually wanting you to do less than. And it is less than or equal, because meaning you can practice 20 hours, but you can't practice more. All right, greater than. A fever is a temperature above 100.4 degrees. That one's easy. A fever has to be above 100.4. This one, starting pay at a restaurant is $9 per hour. That means your pay will be greater than or equal to $9, because starting pay, you'll always go up from there. All right, let's go do some word problems. I've got about 7 examples for you. Here's the first one. Top Tunes charges $10 per month. Did y'all just see a clue word? Per what? All right. Once you see per, each, every, or and, that's probably the coefficient. Yes? And then the word after that word is your variable. So what do y'all think our variable's probably going to be? M for months. But we're going to read on and make sure that's right. All right. Top Tunes charges $10 per month for their music streaming service. With this subscription to Top Tunes, there is a one-time fee of $36.99. For how many months would the cost of a subscription not exceed $86.99? All right, let's go figure out what our variable is going to be. Y'all already told me. The variable is going to be M for months. Now I want you to write in words our inequality. So this is what I would write. It cost $10 per month plus, what else am I going to pay? $36.99. And then my total should not exceed $86.99. So I basically took that word problem and made it a shorter amount of words so that I can now write it mathematically. All right, how would I write this? How would I write 10 per month plus $36.99? 10M? All right, now instead of an equal sign, we need to figure out what sign would be to not exceed. Exceed means above, but I want it to not exceed. Okay, can it be equal to if I just don't want it to go over that? Yes. So less than or equal to $86.99. And the good news, all you have to do is write them today. You don't have to solve them. Good? All right. Now, remember when I taught y'all y equals mx plus b? It still applies to this. So if you want to write that down, it might help you. They're not all going to be like this, but a lot of them will. Remember that M is your rate. That's your per, your each, every, or an. And then the B is usually a one-time fee or a starting amount. The X is your variable. That's your, like our M. So you won't put a number there. That's your variable. Okay, so if y'all want to put X is the variable, you'll fill in the M and the B. And then the Y is the total. Now, and then the equal sign, you have to figure out what it's going to be today because it's not going to be equal, right? It's going to be less than or greater than. And, of course, we've been doing it mx plus b equals y, the total. But does it matter which way it is? No. Okay, do I need to zoom in on that for y'all? Can y'all see that okay? This says, this is the rate, which is your clue words of per, each, every, and. This number is your one-time fee, or your like one-time, or your starting amount. The X is the variable you use. And whatever's over here is the total. Are we okay? All right, let's go do another example. Marco rented a kayak while on vacation. He paid $25 per hour. Did y'all see a clue word? Per what? So what do y'all think we should use as our variable? Probably, but we don't want to do that until we've read the whole thing, but you're probably right. And he paid $8.50 to rent a life jacket. Is that a rate or a one-time thing? Okay. The total cost was no more than $133.50. All right, let's go write it. Which number is going to get the variable? So how would I write this? 25 H plus 850. And we want it to be no more than. Less than or equal to. And then 133.50. And that's all you have to do. You don't even have to solve it. What do y'all think? Not too bad? All right, let's go do this one. This one's a little more challenging. Alan brought donuts to the office. He put half of the donuts in the break room and took the rest to his office. After he ate 3 of the remaining donuts, he had at least 8 left. I didn't see a clue word like per, each, every, or and, but he ate half of the donuts. So what do y'all think our variable is going to be? And then if you read the question, it also says find the number of. So we're looking for donuts, so our variable is D for donuts. Huh? Oh, they want us to use X, so we have to use X because they told us to. I used D because I didn't read that part. All right. Are y'all ready? How would I find half the donuts?
16. I mean, minus 4. 3.
Guys, how? Shh. Listen to my question. How would you find half of anything? You could divide by 2. So I take the donuts, which they told me I have to call, and I divide it by 2. I also could have multiplied it by 1/2 because multiplying by 1/2 is the same thing as dividing by 2. He then ate 3. Minus 3. And afterwards, he had at least 8, meaning at the smallest amount, he had 8. He had at least greater than or equal to 8. All right, moving on. This one. Julia and her friends went out to dinner. They ordered 3 pizzas and a large salad. So, I want y'all to think about it. Which one is going to get the variable if I order 3 of something and 1 salad? The 3 pizzas. Why? Because I have to find out how much each pizza costs. Okay? They ordered 3 pizzas and a large salad. The salad was $7.65. Again, that is a one-time fee because they only ordered 1 salad. The total bill was below $53.85. I want y'all to go write the inequality. See if you can write it. Okay, I got this far. Yes? But now I need to know if their total bill was below $53.85. Less than. No equal sign because it was below. All right, next question. Y'all are going to write this one on your own. I'm going to walk you through it, and then you're going to write it on your own. Steve bought 3 pounds of apples and a watermelon. The watermelon cost $2.79. Which one of those is a one-time thing? The watermelon. If he spent more than $5.40, write an inequality to find the cost per pound of apples. A. Go write your inequality. I already told you which was the one-time thing. The other one is your rate. Look at mine and see how you did. Did we get it right? Question.
I put minus instead of plus.
So if I'm buying a bunch of stuff, I'm adding all my costs up together. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. All right, next one. Marissa bought 6 sweaters. Now this is one you have to think about. After using a $25 coupon. So when we do coupons, do we add it to our bill or subtract it out? Okay? She paid a maximum of $122. Write an inequality to find the cost of each sweater, and they want you to use X for the variable. Go write it. They're not letting you use S for the variable. They said you have to use X. How did we do? Good? Okay, why did I multiply 6 times the variable? Because she was buying 6 of them, so that's multiplication. Why did we take the 25 out? It's a coupon, that means you subtract it from your bill. And it was less than or equal to because she paid a maximum. That means that's the most she will pay. All right, last one. This one's interesting. This one's very different. Deandra had a $100 gift card. She used her gift card to buy 4 shirts. They're identical. Write an inequality to find the cost of each shirt that she bought if she had less than $12.30 left on her gift card. Which one of those is going to get the variable? The 4, 100% the 4. Why? Because she's buying 4 of them. She has 1 gift card. That's how much money she starts with. So I probably wouldn't make it look like this. I would say she starts with $100. She spends money and buys 4 shirts. Minus 4x. Because she's going to take out the cost of the 4 shirts. She has less than $12.30 left on her card. Less than $12.30. Do y'all still see it's MX plus V? That we just switched it around and did the starting spot first because we were subtracting out the rate.
So will it be wrong if you started with 4x minus 100?
If you switch these around, you would have to put the negative 4x. Why is the 4x a negative value? Because we're taking that out of our gift card. Why is the 100 a positive value? That's how much money I'm starting with. I'm not starting with negative $100. Does that make sense? But yes, you could have written negative 4x plus 100 is less than 12.30. I just think this makes more sense in our brains. Okay, I'll pass out your assignment. Put your name right when you get your assignment. Your job is to write an inequality. Most of them are going to be an mx plus b form, or you can do b plus mx form. The biggest thing we're focusing on is what should the inequality sign be? Less than, greater than, less than or equal, or greater than or equal. Try to use the variable they're telling you to use. So on number 1, what variable are they saying to use? If you accidentally put x and you wrote it correctly, I'm going to count it right. But just get in the habit of doing the ones that they tell you to use. Yes? All right, you may get started.